need a lift?
And they usually take a second take when they see somebody in a wheelchair driving a pickup truck down the highway.
How Phil's invention could give drivers more choices.
Now, from Minnesota's most watched station, this is WCCO 4 News.
This may look like an ordinary truck, but it's actually one of a kind, made right here in Minnesota.
What's under the wheels that could give some drivers more freedom? Next.
You're watching Minnesota's most watched station. This is WCCO 4 News.
A Minnesota man hopes his invention will give people who are paralyzed new wheels.
Phil Schlangen has quadriplegia. He has outfitted his truck to lower to the ground so he doesn't need a ramp. New at 6, Kate Radix explains how a safety scare inspired this inventor.
They watch the doors open, and that's an eye breaker right there.
This Chevy Silverado looks normal on the outside, but it's special for Phil.
They usually take a second take when they see somebody in a wheelchair driving a pickup truck down the highway.
Phil lost mobility in his legs and has limited mobility in his arms after a diving accident just after high school. For years, he used a ramp to get into his car, but a scary incident changed everything.
I accidentally fell backwards 3 feet from the air, 3 feet down, and landed on my head.
It took a few years, but Phil, who's a mechanical engineer, came up with the idea of KAS, kneeling air suspension. If you're sitting as a passenger in the vehicle, you wouldn't notice anything, but you can see in the driver's seat, he's cut out the frame so he has room for his wheelchair. And if he wants to get out of the truck, he simply uses a remote control, so it will lower all the way to the ground as there are air springs underneath each wheel. Phil says his patented design is safer than a ramp as it has a gravity-based drop in case of an emergency, and less of the truck needs to be cut out since a ramp needs more square footage. He hopes to find a partner to bring KAS and independence to the masses.
I need a lot of help in a lot of different areas, more so than you'd ever know, but I don't need help getting from point A to point B.
Kate Raditz, WCCO 4 News.
Schlangen put about $25,000 of his own money into the project. He says his concept would expand wheelchair access beyond traditional vans to include SUVs and pickup trucks.